Hey everyone, how are we today? Just doing our all signs reading today, looking at signs that you're on the right path in your life. Okay, so regardless of what you are trying to move towards in your life, we are going to see, what some signs might be for you to sort of reassure you, to let you know that yes, you are on the right path. For some of you, maybe indicators of go this way, make that decision, those sorts of things. So we're looking for sort of signs and synchronicity type things that are going to push you in the right direction for wherever it is that you are going for yourself here. So, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I do really appreciate that. Leave suggestions for, any topics you would like me to look into, that sort of stuff as well. I do apologize. I'm a bit of a hot mess today, guys. I've got, it's the last day of summer here in Australia, and, Australia being Australia, it really decided to go out with a big bang, and it is super hot today. Everything is melting, myself included. But we are going to be using, today I've got the Archangel Animal Oracle cards, as well as the Fairyland Lenormand deck. Okay, so make sure you do check the description box if you're looking for the timestamps. That's where you will find all of those. But getting sort of straight on into it, starting us off with Aries today. So just make sure I've got that timestamp for you there. Okay, Aries, signs for Aries that they are on their correct path. Signs for Aries, guidance for Aries to know that they are on their path, please. Okay, so we have the turtle coming through firstly for you, Aries. So the, following turtles might be the clue for you there. Be joyful and trusting. That is represented with Archangel Jules, which is Joules. So, the joyful, trusting, maybe keywords for you to let you know that you are on the right path. When you are making decisions and things like that, if you're sort of questioning yourself and going, should I be trustful? That is a bit of an indicator for you that you're which decision is the one that you're being a little bit more trustful, you're being a little bit more joyful. So if you do have that natural instinct of, oh, I feel joyful, I feel trustful of this, that is definitely guidance for you, that you're in the right direction. We do also see turtles, all right? So that is a sea turtle in that particular one. So some of you, you may literally see a turtle. You may see, like toys or a picture of a turtle. You may hear the word turtle, and all those sorts of things, indicators for you that, yes, that's the right path. Yes, the more turtles that you see around yourself, the more that you are on the right path, okay? Those sorts of synchronicities pop up to sort of reassure us and let us know that, boom, 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 turtles, yes, everything is on the right track for you there. Aries, signs for Aries that they are on the right path. Signs for Aries that they are on the right path, please. We have the Garden coming through, so green spaces. Paying attention and noting the green spaces around you. We do see round hedges in this particular one. So, I do feel as though, if there's anything about this image, if you're seeing certain things like this image, especially like I'm seeing the wooden fence at the front here. So seeing large green spaces behind a fence may be significant here. Seeing the little park bench in amongst all the green spaces. And I am seeing the topiary balls there. So the roundedness of bushes seems to, or hedges that have been rounded rather than squared does seem to be important to you there. We do also see the garden is a very social public space. So, the more that you are out and about in public, the more, social time that you are focusing on, especially time with friends. We have the dog there as well, which is the card of friendship. So meeting up with friends, spending time with friends is part of your right path for your life right now, Aries. So, that's just something that you can actually do and be aware of doing to spend more time with friends, especially around, public spaces, green spaces, going to the park and, meeting up at the coffee shop that's got a lot more greenery than all the others, those sorts of things, definitely. Meeting up at the dog park for some of you as well. We do directly have the dog and then the garden space there. So, dog parks, walking the dog, those sorts of things, definitely. So yes, we do see this little dog here. I'm not sure I can't really tell from a cartoon picture what breed that is. It looks like one of those little, I can't remember the name, like a little Maltese Schnauzer. No, it's not one. I don't know. If you know, you will know. But I'm seeing it as a brown dog. So, a brown dog, maybe a little bit grey of a dog as well. So those, if you're seeing dogs quite a lot, they are sort of showing you, the right direction for you to go in your life. So it's literally kind of showing me here that some of you may see a lost dog, or there's just a stray dog that you see quite a lot around you, especially around your house, around those green spaces that we were just talking about. I am just sort of feeling that for some of you, it's a brown or a grey or a mixture of both stray dog. And it's like, for some of you, there is this interesting thing where you literally could follow this dog one day, and it might take you down a weird alleyway that you've never been, and there's a shop you've never seen, and you go in, and that's just sort of something that's guiding you at the moment here. So I'm just getting somebody following a dog around a corner. All right. So if you see a stray dog and it's a brown or a grey sort of dog there, and you see it go round a corner and it's a direction that you wouldn't normally go, follow it. I'm just sort of getting the one corner. So there might just be something down that road that, and maybe it's just about changing your routine up, and that's keeping you on the right path for yourself here, Aries. So definitely something like that. We do also see the house coming through for you here as well. So family can help guide you in the right direction. Feelings of security, stability can help guide you in the right direction. If you are seeing an old colonial style home like this, that may be, something just to sort of let you know, yep, you're on the right path. It is drawing me specifically to, there's this little balcony on the second floor there. I don't know if you can sort of see that. Above the front door, we have a little balcony. So that seems to be significant. So paying attention to houses, if you start seeing houses and walking past houses that have this little balcony above the front door, you're on the right path. All right, so a bit of an indicator for you there. So when it comes to numbers, we do have 4, we have 10, we have 18, 8, and 20. Okay, so I'm just getting drawn to like numbers in batches of 10s. We've got 10 and then we've got 20. And we've also got something about the number 8, because we've got 8 and then we've got 4, which is half of 8, but then we've got 18. So that's, the 8 plus the bunch of 10 that I was talking about. So numbers with bunches of 10s and significant numbers with 8s may be very significant to you when it comes to knowing that you're on the right path here, Aries. All right, so that's what we have for you. With this particular reading, I wouldn't actually suggest watching any other placements. I am sort of, unless you have specific areas of life where you're, wanting to, okay, so if I'm going to watch my sun sign, that's for, career life. If I want to watch my rising sign, that's for my family life. And if I want to watch I would suggest moon sign to do with love life if you are watching more than one sign. Okay, so take that into account. I should try to make sure I put a note of that in the description box. All right, so I will actually delve into it a little bit deeper here that, if you are wanting to watch more than one placement here, because the sun sign I will put as the general direction path, okay? So then we'll have moon sign. Hang on, I'll just make a note of this while I'm saying it out loud here. Okay, so sun, general, moon, love life or emotional life. All right, and then we would have your rising. That would have to do with your friends and family. If you have a specific question about being on the right path with that. And then I will also add for career, your Saturn placement. All right. So that's what I'll put that in the description box as well. So if you do want to watch more than one placement, I will have those as the recommended placements to watch for, specific areas of your life here. All right. So a little bit of a last minute adjustment there, but we'll work it in. All right, but make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated and let me know about any suggestions you might have for topics for future readings, things like that. I do really appreciate all those comments, but we'll move on over to our Taurus. Okay, Taurus, signs for Taurus that they are on the right path. Signs for Taurus to know that they are on the right path. The Elephant. Significantly elephant babies, okay? It is flagging to me as elephant babies. Seem to be a little bit more of a draw card. So if you're literally walking down the street and one side has a big elephant and one side has a baby elephant, go the way of the baby. All right. It does say open yourself to true abundance. Archangels Mary and Raphael. Some of you, that there may be an actual person named Mary that's helping. You may just hear the name Mary or the word not, because Raphael, it is coming up as Rachel. It is flagging as Rachel for some reason. Mary or Rachel may be significant names to sort of, guide you along the right path, give you good advice of what path to take, those sorts of things at the moment. Okay, but elephant babies may be somehow significant here. So, whether you're seeing, images of elephants or you're hearing the word elephant or, you look at something and you just like, how you look at the clouds and you see shapes in the clouds. I'm feeling for some of you might see elephants in things like that, or you look at a brick wall and, for some reason you see an elephant shape in there. That's sort of guidance that, yes, you are on the right path here. Other indicators for Taurus, signs for Taurus that they are on the right path. Signs for Taurus that they are on the right path, please. The Garden. Green seems to be flagging out here for you very significantly. We did see the elephant as well. So green elephant. Some of you, it may be specifically a green elephant. We do see the topiary in here. So if you see a topiary elephant, that is like the universe going bing, 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 bing. Taurus, 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 you are definitely on the right path. I know that that's something very, very specific, but there may be somebody that actually does see a topiary elephant, and it's a really good symbol to know that you are definitely on the right path here. We also have just greenery surrounded by cement. All right, see how they're all like on their own individual little cement it's kind of like you're walking through a city and the pops of greenery, you know, very well manicured, standing out to you as, you know, I don't know, there's just something about you sort of paying attention to greenery that is surrounded by cement, and it's like encaged by cement. That somehow seems significant. So for some of you, you may be seeing like cement gardening boxes and things like that quite a lot. That's sort of just showing you that, yes, you're on the right path. You know, if you are walking down a new street and you see, oh, wow, look at it, and your mind just pays attention to, oh, wow, look at that. And it's like something to do with cement greenery, like greenery in cement. That sort of does show you that, yes, you're supposed to be, you know, following this path, that you are on the right path for yourself here. So we also have the mice energy. Okay. This is coming through. What I'm actually getting, Taurus, here is like a computer mouse is coming through. But I'm also seeing little mice, not rats, little mice. We do have wheat in the background of that card as well. So actual wheat stalks and that some of you may actually see you may be in a public garden or a public space where you actually see wheat growing. Or now I'm seeing like little mice walking across like power lines and things like that. So mice somehow maybe are significant here for you as well, Taurus. I feel like that's actually the most often for you when you're in moments of stress, when you feel as though, you know, you're stressed out, you know, maybe you're struggling with something from the past, that's some sort of loss that you've suffered in the past. That seems to be, if you see mice when you're having a hard time. And I'm getting, for some of you too, it's not, you're not even seeing mice. It's just like you get distracted. You're like crying and you get distracted from your tears because you're like, was that a mouse? You're like, and you see something out of the corner of your eye and you're like, was that a mouse? And then you start stressing out that your house has got mice in it, and you don't. I don't feel like you do. But there might be somebody who's got mice in their house at the moment, and that's actually a sign for you that you are on the right path, like, believe it or not. But it's like in moments of hardship, in moments of stress, seeing mice is actually even more prominent to you right then and there, that you're supposed to be going through that harder time. You're supposed to learn something from that this is part of your path to experience those emotions and deal with those emotions and learn from those emotions, as annoying as those sorts of messages are. But we do definitely see babies as well, especially you know, pink girl babies. Okay, so we see a lot of pink in that card. I am feeling specifically that this has got to do with girl babies. You know, might actually be very significant to you, you know, as signs that, yes, things are going in the right path for you and that you are sort of on the right path here. I am getting to some of you may actually just have a dream about a baby, that you might see a baby in a dream, or snuggle a baby in a dream, or it might even be that baby elephant, and for some reason you just know that it's a girl baby, and that somehow seems significant to you, and it flags out in your brain. You're like, oh, there's a baby elephant. Oh, it's a girl baby. Because I'm just hearing that phrase. Oh, it's a girl baby. You know, like the emphasis on it. It's a girl baby. Like, is that out of a movie? I can't. Oh, I'm thinking of the line out of Shrek. So the emphasis is exactly the same as, ooh, but you're a girl dragon. So it's the emphasis, the way that is said in Shrek, but it's about a baby. It's a girl baby. The emphasis is that it's a girl baby. Okay, so and I'm also getting that someone here, you might actually hear like a baby giggling. And that is actually a really good sign for you that you are on the right path for yourself at the moment. Okay, so I'm not getting any of those numbers jumping through. I'm also getting the colors, the pinks and the greens seem to be significant here, like the girl, but the pink is more about the girl, baby, and then the green does seem to be a good color. So the more that your brain is paying attention to green, it is actually subconsciously guiding you in the right direction here, Taurus. Okay, more than welcome to check your other placements. I will leave in the description box a note of which placements you should check for which areas of life you're wanting to, check your path on that area. So check the description box for that. But subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Geminis. Okay, Gemini, signs for Gemini to know that they are on their path. Signs for Gemini that they are on their path, please. Hedgehog. I do also feel the need to say echidna, hedgehog and echidna. Also straight away though, I am getting the food, like the hedgehog. Is it like a hedgehog slice? And a hedgehog, there's like a commercial biscuit. Is it a biscuit or something? Chocolate called hedgehog. Okay, so I'm getting those, but I'm also getting echidna coming through. So I'm pretty sure that that's if you're Australian and you are a Gemini, is it 5-cent piece? I'm pretty sure it's 5-cent pieces. Paying attention to, if you're walking down the street and you see 5-cent pieces, like, and you're picking 5-cent pieces up constantly, please stop and pick them up too if you're seeing them, because there's just something about that, and it just is just telling me to stop and pick them up, because for some of you it's like the moment between, that extra second that it takes you to bend over and pick up that coin before you continue walking. It's like if you don't do that, you're in the path of something that you don't want to be in the path of. Okay, because it's like you stop and you pick up a coin, and then you're walking down the street and you go to cross the road and bang, here comes a car. And it's like if you had been a step ahead of where you were, smash, so please stop and pick up those coins. If you are seeing 5-cent pieces and it does seem to be Australian. If I get somebody message me and say that they're in another country and they see an Australian 5-cent coin, bang, you're definitely on your right path, okay? Because, that obviously that is Australian money. And I only even know the symbols on those coins because, I'm Australian. But be a magnet for light, love, and joy, Archangel Gabriel. So attracting light, love, and joy into your life is along the path of the hedgehog. All right. So, I'm getting there that, stopping and buying that hedgehog at the shop, or buying that hedgehog slice and enjoying that little chocolate treat, that helps you stay on your right path in some way, shape, or form here. Okay, Gemini. So some random stuff there, but having a look here, because it could also be seeing an image of a hedgehog or an echidna, hearing the word hedgehog. It's a pretty random word to be hearing randomly, so if you do hear that, it's definitely a sign for you. But have a look at other signs for Gemini to know that they are on their path, please. Signs for Gemini know that they are on the path. Oh, you've got some very interesting symbology coming through here. I do have the clouds coming through firstly here. So for some of you, you might see those, how when you look up in the clouds and you see random little shapes. So if you're seeing a hedgehog in the clouds, you definitely know that that's for you. But I'm getting this as actually coming through with this second card here. It's specifically to do with seeing the clouds stirring. We have the stork there, or looking above you and seeing storks flying through the sky. All right. So, and I just want to add here that there is actually certain other birds that can be cross-referenced with this. Okay, we're looking at birds with long necks and longer beaks. All right, so if you're in, and generally that black and white coloration. So we're not talking about little seagulls, we're not talking about pigeons, we're talking about, more graceful water birds, bigger, graceful water birds. I know that, different countries have different types of birds. I'm also getting flamingos as well. Flamingos count. Somehow flamingos count here for you, okay, Gemini. And once again, I'm getting references to Australian people here. So I must have some Australian Geminis watching because I'm getting bin chickens. All right. So if you're Australian, you know what a bin chicken is. Yeah. But it is a type of sort of stork. It's an ibis, an Australian ibis. But other types of birds, egrets and storks, and, there is a few different types of birds that all sort of have very similar framing, with the long legs, the long necks, the black and the white, and the long beaks. Okay, so, and I am counting flamingos here, so I don't know why, because, I'm specifically saying, generally speaking, the white and the black birds, but flamingos is coming through here as well. So, but it's specifically looking up and seeing the shape of a stork flying across the clouds. All right, so if you're looking up and you're seeing storks flying past you, and it's a cloudless day, you're close to the right path. You need to think about what can you do to push yourself a little bit closer to your true path here. But because it's specifically clouds, storks flying in amongst them, or stirring the clouds up. Okay, so this is the crazy one, where if you look up, you see some clouds, and then you see like a bunch of storks flying through the clouds here, and it looks like the clouds start stirring, like the storks have mixed up all the clouds and they start going all fluffy and stirring in some way. That is definitely a very strong sign that you are on the right path here. We also see the coffin energy. Okay, I'm getting actually specifically a funeral procession for some of you. Seeing a hearse with a coffin in the back, doing like a funeral procession is what I'm seeing. So, if you're stopped in traffic because there's a funeral procession ahead of you, or things like that, it's definitely a sign that, maybe you actually need to get stuck behind that traffic today, because, to avoid something worse up the road there. But for some reason, images of coffins, if you're randomly flipping through like a magazine and here's an ad for some coffins, or, something random like that, a picture with a coffin in it, that is strong symbols for you that, you are definitely on the right path for yourself. So some interesting stuff, because especially too, because I feel like for quite a lot of you, these symbols for you being on the right path here, Gemini, do actually seem to be that, yes, you're on the right path for transformation, for this transformation, for something new to come into your life, something in your life to transform into something new. So they do seem to be specific to transformation, all right, in some way. But that's what we have for you. If you are checking other placements, check the description box for which areas of life your placements might be able to lead you to there. All right, but subscribe to the channel, leave me suggestions for future topics, and we will move on over to our Cancers. Okay, Cancer, signs for Cancer that they are on the right path. Signs for Cancer to know that they are on the right path. Bats. the bat. Look how many bats are in this image. Seeing bats, hearing bats flying around, going batty. The phrase going batty seems to be significant here, Cancer. See through illusion into truth. So anything about the word illusion too. See, am I going batty? Am I delusional? Seems to be something that is a strong message to you that you're actually on the right path here. The more that you're feeling delusional, no, you're actually seeing through those illusions to see the truth here. Sometimes it feels like you're delusional. I'm not going to lie, Cancer. Been there, done that. But then you start to see more and more proof that you are on the right path and you're not actually delusional. You're seeing a truth that maybe other people just cannot see. But bats, and bats the animal too. I'm not getting because I was just questioning myself in my head there. What about, bats like baseball bats and soccer bats? No, not soccer, cricket bats. No, animal bats flying around. And the actual animal, seeing the actual animal, hearing the actual animal. We're not talking about smelling guano, because I don't know why, but that's not significant enough. You need to actually see and hear the animal bats. I'm also getting like seeing someone that's left Halloween decorations up. So you're seeing bats, like toy bats, hanging somewhere, and those sorts of things. So it doesn't necessarily mean to be a live animal. Seeing symbols or pictures of bats or toy bats hanging around, or you're at a store and randomly there's a toy bat, or there's things like that. That meme about bats where the girl's got the bats all around her neck. Seeing things like that somehow significant to you, Cancer. Cancer, signs for Cancer that you are on your path. Signs for Cancer that they are on the right path. B. Why is the letter B so significant for you today? We have B for bat. Then we have book, bear, birds. All the B cards coming out for you here. Some people it's numbers, some people it's colours. Well, if any colours are significant, yellowy browns, probably, especially brown seems to be more significant than any other colour for you here, Cancer. Especially like brown bears, like I said, bears is coming through here. Books, bears, birds, bats. Interesting. I've also got the number 10 coming through quite strong for you. But the books. Books. That's just kind of talking to me about there's significant parts of your path that are wanting to stay hidden, that are wanting to stay closed off to you, that it's kind of like you will know when the time is right. The secret will be revealed when it's right. The more that you're feeling that there's something being kept from you, that's actually a sign to you that you're on the right path. The more that something feels like a mystery, the more that something feels like a secret, something feels unknown to you, that is actually a point for you to know that you are on the right path. Feeling like you need to learn something else before you find out something, that seems to be an actual clue to you that you are on the right path here. The secrets, the mystery that hasn't been revealed yet. You haven't read that part of the story yet. The unknown factor. Having that sensation that there's an unknown factor does seem to be significant in the signs of you being on the right path for yourself here. Which is kind of very different message to what I was expecting to receive there. We do also have the bear. Someone saying to you, would you choose the man or the bear? You know, that sort of thing. Bear references. Someone's saying the phrase, bare your soul to me. Especially, you know, the birds is all about conversations. I'm getting a lot of noise for you as well here, Cancer. Because, you know, I specifically said the noise of the bats. I'm hearing the noise of the birds. The bear's not roaring. He's not roaring, but he is making little grizzly noises, but he's not roaring. What noises do bears make that aren't roars? Whatever they are, I don't know what. We don't have bears in Australia, unless you count drop bears and koala bears, which aren't really a bear, right? But specifically brown bears. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to see a bear. So, you know, don't freak out. It's like images of bears. Seeing bears. Seeing a dog that looks like a bear as well. For some of you, a little brown dog that looks like a little bear. Just because the way, like maybe it's had its, you know how you see the dogs and they've had their fur cut specifically to make them look more like a little bear. Because that actually does look like a puppy there, doesn't it? Look, it's a little puppy bear. So somehow a puppy bear might be a significant sign to you. A bear that looks like a puppy, or a puppy that looks like a bear. And it does seem to be specifically brown bears. I'm not seeing like black bears or polar bears or any other sorts of bears there. And it's like more of a cutesy bear. It's not really a scary roaring bear. Like I said, for some of you it's making cute little bear noises, and I don't even know what the noises are, but I know that it's not like roaring. It's not like an angry bear noise. It's a soft little grizzly bear. Like I'm getting like a little puppy noises, you know, like little grizzles and little snuffles and stuff. I wonder if bears can purr. Does anyone know, do bears purr? I'm going to have to look up bears later, and I don't know if that just came to me for some reason. So yeah, you might just be having some random conversations where bears are mentioned, and somebody's asking, you know, bare your soul to me. Did you know this about bears? Something random. It might be something very random like that coming through for you here. Okay, Cancer. It's so weird. And I'm not getting any other bear messages. So it's not, like I said, it's not another type of bear. It's like, it's not a teddy bear, okay? It's not a black bear. It's not a polar bear. It's a brown bear. And it's an actual bear. It's like but it's like it might just be a picture of a bear, or, you know, a toy bear at a store, or like I said, a puppy bear. Those sorts of things that help you know that you're on the right path. Okay. We do have the birds there as well. So we see the little, what are these ones? The little robins, are they robins? Just finches or something. Finches. Here in Australia, I would call that a finch, right? But for some reason, I'm hearing robins. Okay. But it's like little chattery, tweety birds that like make lots of little cheepy, twittery noises, and more than one. All right. For some of you, it's seeing a specific pair, a pairing of those sort of flittering and chattering around each other. Definitely a sign, and especially too if you're like, because I'm getting someone here, Cancer, having a Snow White moment where you're is it Snow White? The other one? No, Snow White. My brain today, Sleeping Beauty, right? Where Disney princess moment anyway, okay, where you're walking down the street and these two little finches or these two little birds, they like hop from tree to tree as you're walking up the street. They like follow you up the street, or maybe for some of you they're ahead of you and you're following them. That's a definite sign for someone there as well that you are on the right path. Okay, if you're following the little birds, keep following them. See where they take you. I feel like it might be somewhere unexpected, and it's just it might somehow be part of your path to explore wherever the birds take you, wherever the bats are swirling around this week, all right? But that's what we've got for you, Cancer. A lot of animals for you as signs this week. But you're more than welcome to check those other placements. Check the description box for, what placement for what aspect of life, maybe help you out a little bit there. But subscribe to the channel, leave me suggestions on topics, and I will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo, signs for Leo to know that they are on their right path. Signs for Leo to know that they are on their right path. Ooh, interesting. The butterfly, Leo. Beautiful, especially yellow butterflies, all right? That one does say, be ready to transform with wisdom. Yellow butterflies. Okay, so if you're seeing yellow butterflies, whether real butterflies or images, some sort of reference to yellow butterflies, definitely a sign to you, Leo, that you are on the right path for yourself. All right, but other signs for Leo to know that they are on the right path. Signs for Leo to know that they are on the right path, please. Very similar, like I am getting a bit of similar energy here to what we saw for Cancer, to be completely honest. I'm getting the number 7 coming through here as well, Leo. We have the letter coming through first. So you can see the feathers there as well. So seeing feathers that are, white with a black tip like that may somehow be significant to you. Yeah, I can't read that letter, but finding letters may somehow be significant to you. Receiving a letter in the mail, that is something that is supposed to be part of your path, part of your destiny, that communication, that letter. Somebody writing you like long text message that's like a letter rather than just a short text. Those sorts of things are indications for you right now that, yes, you are on the right path. We have the bear coming through here as well. All right, so I'm kind of actually getting here, Leo, somebody comparing you to a bear, because, when I am reading the Lenormand, I do quite often connect the bear energy with Leo energy. It's for me, it's Aries, Leo, and Capricorn energy, that bear energy there. So it's kind of like somebody comparing you to a bear, saying maybe that you're roaring really loud, that you're, oh, watch out, the claws are coming out, calling you honey, someone calling you honey bear, references to hibernation. Yeah, it's not really giving me any of the other. Oh, Paddington Bear. I am getting Paddington Bear there as well for some of you. Okay, so, but it does feel like more like people referencing you as a bear. you may just hear people talking about bears, or someone saying that. I'm just, yeah, because I keep getting it like it's you that's the bear, like, oh, Leo, your spirit animal is a bear, kind of thing, that type of thing. Um, Seeing bears, seeing pictures of, seeing Paddington Bear, um, all those sorts of things may be somehow significant to you here, Leo. I do also have the birds coming through for you. Even though in this card we are seeing the two little finches, or whatever they are there, I'm actually getting like more so for you here, like ravens and crows and magpies type birds. Bigger birds with a lot more black on the birds. So black and white birds, like magpies, like crows, like ravens. For some of you, it's even like eagles or hawks. But it's like it's bigger birds that are a little bit more connected with predatory birds, like eagles or crows, that because I'm getting like birds that carry bigger things, kind of thing. So specifically, if you see a bird carrying something, even if it's just a stick or something, seeing birds carrying things, seeing images of birds, but big birds. The which is quite odd, because the birds quite often talks about little chattery, chittery birds or owls. And so, ravens, magpies are not really a bird that quite frequently comes through with this. But I'm getting like smarter birds, like crows specifically. Crows and magpies seem to be significant here. As well as, like I said, the number 7. So especially significant if you see 7 magpies or 7 crows. Pay attention. You know that you are on the right track with those sorts of things. But yeah, those messages are seeming a little bit limited here for you, Leo. So very sort of specific. And I am feeling that for a lot of you, things like the bears and the butterflies, it could be images, it could be seeing plush toys, but the birds, it seems to be the actual birds. All right. So that's what we have for you, Leo. If you would like to check your other placements, check the description box for, the placements in regard to life paths, what area of life we're wanting to check those placements for. Subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment letting me know any suggestions you might have for the channel, topics that you want to look into. And we will move on over to Virgo. Pardon me. Okay. Virgo, signs for Virgo to know that you are on your path. Signs for Virgo to know that you are on the right path. I'm also just, right as I'm moving into your energy, Virgo, I am getting this dry coughing energy. It's like I do have like some nose issues and whatnot at the moment, but I haven't really been coughing. It feels like a very dry cough, like I've got like, it's like I've breathed in smoke or something. It's like asthma type feeling. Just feeling like there's something in my throat. That might be a sign for you at the moment, Virgo, something about that. We have the guinea pig. Okay, so obviously, if you're in another part of the world where you have similar animals to guinea pigs, we do see quite a lot of animals that would sort of all fall under this guinea pig frame of reference here. So the cute gerbils and hamsters in America. I'm actually getting what's the big giant ones? I can't remember the name. But the big giant guinea pigs, they look like a guinea pig, but they're huge. Capybaras. Capybaras, is that the ones? It does say, do your part to illuminate the universe, Archangel Mary. So for some of you, you may, the name Mary may be significant to know that you're on the right path here. But there's something here about this animal, this guinea pig being lit up. So, capybara, and it's like you're seeing it in the sunlight, or it looks lit up somehow. It's, under a shop window front, like there's a toy guinea pig or a toy capybara under the spotlight there, or something like that. That would definitely be significant to you at the moment, Virgo. So you know that you're on the right path. I'm also getting that, if you do see, because I keep getting capybara now. If you're seeing a capybara or a guinea pig style animal, specifically like under a spotlight or like lit up, like even if it's a toy with it's got a light inside the toy or something like that, go into the shop. I'm kind of getting, go to that shop, spend some time in that shop. There might be something in that shop that you're supposed to see, you're supposed to buy, you're supposed to run into somebody, something along those lines. Maybe it's just even for some of you, it's just to, go into that shop because it's taking you, it's taking 5 extra minutes out of your day that, if you're 5 minutes ahead, you might end up being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So it's giving you 5 minutes to fall 5 minutes behind of the wrong place at the wrong time, if that makes sense. So you miss out on something negative happening because you took that extra 5 minutes to go in the shop. So I'm getting that there as well. Virgo, signs for Virgo that you are on the right path. Signs for Virgo that you are on the right path. I'm getting the number 10. I'm also getting diamonds a little bit here, but not actual diamonds, like the playing card diamond, the shape diamond, not the crystal. Firstly, we have the scythe coming through here. And do you know what I'm seeing with this? I'm actually seeing the reaper, the death, death with the big scythe that he carries around. I'm actually seeing that. Somebody maybe has left Halloween decorations up, and you happen to walk past that and see that. Something along those lines, especially if it's at a house. If you're at a house and you see this scythe, that death, I feel like for some of you it's Halloween decorations. We're a while away from Halloween, either direction here. So, if you're at some sort of a building and you do, or a shop even, and you see that death thing, that once again you're on the right track. You're supposed to be there. We do also see this house here. I'm getting, for you specifically, this is a red house. Red houses. Paying attention to red houses. If you're walking down the street and your eye is drawn to a red house, you know that you're at the right place you're supposed to be. I'm also getting with that, that is the card of security. Security somehow seems important here. So like maybe your eye is being drawn to, house, like home security things at this time. And that's a bit of a sign for you there. Maybe someone's mentioning, oh, I need to get some home security. I need to get some security cameras. I need to, those sorts of things. Security of a home does seem to be important here as a sign that you're on the right path. So if somehow home security is somehow important for you being on the right path here. So for some of you, if you have been thinking about, getting some home security, now is definitely the right time. It's part of your path right now, home security. We also have the book coming through. But because the house is there, it's telling me straight away this is a library. It's a library. So, maybe just going to the library and relaxing for an hour, reading a book at your local library might somehow just ensure that you stay on the right path at the moment. It might be a home library as well. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a public library. I feel like for some of you that you may be visiting somebody and you're like really drawn to their home library room. There might just be something about that home library room. You're at a party and the house, it's like a big house party, and the more time you spend in that library room, the better you know that you're on your right path, that you'll meet the right person you're supposed to network with, or whatever that is for you. Okay, Virgo, so a bit of a random message there for you, but that's what we've got for you to know that you're on the right path. You are welcome to check other placements. I do just say sort of check the description box so that you can sort of connect a part of your life and to find which direction path with which life area, which placement to check for those. Okay, but subscribe to the channel. Leave me suggestions for anything that you would like to see on the channel, topic-wise, that sort of stuff. And I will move on over to our Libra. Okay, just excuse my weird pausing and whatnot before I move on to Libra. Just making sure I've got the timestamps correct. Hey, Libra, signs for Libra that you are on your path. Signs for Libra that you are on your path. Oh, so cute. Llama. Okay, the no drama llama. Setting clear boundaries and enforcing them. Okay, so there is something here about llamas being a bit of a sign to you that you are on the right path. If you hear that phrase, no drama llama, if you... I'm also going to obviously count alpacas as llamas for this one here as well, but something about the llamas, the Dalai Lama coming through there as well. So if you are seeing, those sorts of things around you, seeing pictures of llamas, seeing actual llamas, those sorts of things, it is a bit of a sign to you that you are on the right path here, Libra. We'll see what else is coming through for you. Libra, signs for Libra that you are on your right path. Signs for Libra that they are on the right path. Firstly, we have the dog coming through here, Libra. So the more energy around spending time with friends, sociable energy, relying on relationships and support with people that are, friendships, reliable, loyal to you. You have a strong companionship and compassion with these people. That is really going to help keep you on your path, spending time with friends and relying on that support. But we do also see here the actual dogs coming through a little bit as well. I'm sort of seeing, see how the two llamas are like kissing faces here? I'm actually seeing the dogs doing that. Okay, so if you see two dogs going up to each other that, and these two dogs, they probably look very, very similar as well, like the same size and shape, and I'm getting complementary colors. I'm seeing one is brown and one is like more of a silver tone, but they like just go up to each other and they just like sniff each other's faces, or like give each other like a little kiss, and they may even just sit there and just stare off at each other for a little while. That definitely is a sign for you here, Libra, that you are definitely on the right path. I'm also getting kennels, something about kennels. So the more that you're paying attention to, just everywhere you go, you see kennels or signs for kennels or advertisements for kennels and boarding houses, and for dogs specifically. That does seem to be a really strong message to you there, that you are on the right path here. We do have the birds coming through as well. Okay, Libra, I do feel that the birds energy here, I am getting birds associated with winter imagery. Okay, so I'm not actually getting real life birds being highly significant as much as imagery featuring birds, but set in like a winter scene. So like even very similar image to that particular image there, with the two birds sitting on bare branches, with like snow falling in the background, or like a snow scene in the background. I am getting that sort of imagery is very important. For some of you, I'm getting that you may receive a card or some sort of paperwork with that imagery on it. I'm getting things like sitting at a doctor's office, or sitting at some sort of office, and you are seeing that imagery. Sorry about that. I just didn't realize that I forgot to put the silent mode on there, and that was a very random, unexpected message. It is not retrograde, so why is that person messaging me? Very random. Anyway, so maybe that's something coming through for you there as well, that because I'm getting that might happen for you, Libra, because the birds ultimately does talk about chatter and conversations. I am getting, and the friendship energy there, I am getting a very weird, like a friend mentions to you a very weird, unexpected conversation that they're involved in, or some gossip or drama that someone's mentioning here, something being brought to light about something, but it feels very unexpected and kind of like out of nowhere, and like, wow, I really didn't think that person would, it just seems not like, it leaves you feeling a little bit like how I'm feeling right now, like what just happened. And like, like the noise, it made noise when I wasn't, I thought I had silenced the device, and it was obviously not silent as much as I thought it was. So it's like you're hearing about something that was supposed to be kept silent here. And that might be a sign to you that you're on the right path, especially with the next card being the Sun, which really does bring things to light. So there may be something coming to light around you at the moment, where I do feel as though it's like through a friend, or gossip or chatter from a friend, where something comes to light that is a bit unexpected or doesn't make sense, or has got to do with something that you're like, oh, leaves you just feeling a little bit like confused about whatever's come to light there. But we do have the Sun imagery there as well, so which is kind of odd considering I was picking up such a winter theme with that bird's energy. But the Sun, I am actually picking up that it's seeing the Sun like this with all the spikes. Okay, so you remember when you were a child and every time you drew the Sun, you would always draw the little spikes all the way around the Sun. But then, when we actually look at the Sun in the sky, it doesn't look like that at all. But this kind of reminds us that the Sun is actually a star. Okay, so it's our star. So I kind of feel like there might be something in that for you as well here, Libra, like someone referencing that, talking about the Sun being a star, being our star. The Sun is our star. Something like that may be somewhat significant, to show you that you are on the right path as well. Or you may see some sort of imagery where you do see a sun and where it's drawn like this. So I'm seeing like more of a child's drawing, and that just sort of shows you like if a child is coming to you with this beautiful sun, and it's drawn like the circle with the spikes. It's kind of just that it's just like this happy little reassurance that, yeah, I'm on the right path. And it is, it does talk about happiness. So it shows you that you're on the right path to happiness just in general here, Libra. So I do quite like that, that energy for you, but I'm still just a little bit like, what the... So, well, you're more than welcome to check other placements. Check the description box to see what areas of life are going to connect with what placements. Subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment and let me know any topics you would like me to look at for you there. And we will move on over to our Scorpios. Okay. Scorpio, signs on your path. Signs for Scorpio to know that they are on the right path. Ooh, that one's flying out, but I'm kind of feeling, I have seen that one for somebody else. One of the other signs did get that card. And the only thing I'm getting from that, it is the hedgehog card. I will show you that there, Scorpio. Be a magnet for light, love, and joy. But it does reference Archangel Gabriel. And it's not feeling like necessarily the hedgehog imagery. It's actually feeling like Gabriel, the word Gabriel, or a person named Gabriel. So I am actually going to draw a second card for you here. Scorpio, signs for Scorpio to know that they are on the right path, please. And we also have had another sign that has had this one as well. We have the butterfly. Specifically, I'm getting butterfly. Butterfly. That's like the yellow color. It's actually saying butterfly. So it's a butterfly that's made out of something, because I can't believe it's not butter. So it's something where it's like, it's not a real butterfly. It's a butterfly made out of something, maybe food. It's most likely a yellow butterfly as well. But for some of you, it might be purple. Be ready to transform with wisdom. That one is Archangel Premenlek. I don't know if that's how you say that one, but I'm getting butterfly. So I don't know what that is. So it may even quite literally be like you open a tub of butter and there's, how they get the imprint from the little bit of paper. It might just look like a butterfly, and that really is a sign to you that the butterfly, you're on the right path, Scorpio. That is a very sort of random message to be getting there. Of course, some of you may be actually seeing actual butterflies as well. But I am sort of getting more along this, I don't know, it's just this butterfly. So maybe it's just the way somebody says the word butterfly, like maybe somebody that has a stutter saying the word butterfly, and you're hearing that, or something like that, or someone singing like I'm getting like a child singing a song like butterfly, and I'm getting that song Butterfly, that Crazy Town song Butterfly. You're my sugar baby. Signs on the right path for Scorpio. Signs for Scorpio to know that they are on the right path. Do you know what? I actually feel a lot of you here, Scorpio, it's not even signs along your path. It's you're making your own, you're carving your own path. It's kind of like it's saying to me, you don't need any signs along the way, because even if you're seeing signs, regardless of whether you're seeing signs or not, you're gonna make that path. You're gonna make the signs appear for you one way or another. We do have the Tower coming through for you first. So I do feel as though for a lot of you that there is a link here to, I'm getting getting like Rapunzel, let down your hair. So you may be connecting with somebody here in some sort of sense that does have quite long hair. I'm actually being referred to my own hair, how I'm wearing my own hair in plaits. So I'm seeing like one plait or two plaits, even more than one, even multiple braids. For some of you, maybe significant. That someone is a sign to you that yes, that's my right path. Like, I feel like you're choosing this path though, to be honest. The next cards we have the heart, as well as the clover. Okay, so it's kind of like you're saying to me, I'm sick of being alone. I'm going to make these signs, be signs of my own love for the world and my own love for somebody. I'm going to show this person signs that they're on the right path if they come towards me. I'm going to, make this person want to invest in me and want to take a chance in me and, want to come down out of that tower. And, it's kind of like I'm getting, we've both been isolated for too long. I'm taking control here. I am the authority. I am the one that chooses when I follow my heart here, and I am going to take a chance. I'm going to, invest in somebody in my own path here. I don't even need these signs. I'm going to make the signs work for me. It's kind of very interesting here. Some of you, though, we definitely do see, you may see four-leaf clovers. It may be somewhat important. We may sort of see something themed around. I'm not getting so much St. Patrick's Day, but I'm getting Irish for something, like Ireland and Irish, and also Celtic, something Celtic. Might be some sort of symbology for some of you there as well. But once again, I feel like you are choosing these things. So it's kind of like if you're choosing to see love all around you, and then it becomes a sign for you. You're choosing to see, pay attention to, finding good luck around you, and then it becomes a sign for you. You're choosing to follow something here, and it's like you're choosing to make these signs work for you. Some of you, I am getting, chess games, playing chess with somebody, and that we do see the tower as a chess piece there, but it's like I'm not playing games anymore. I'm not playing chess. I'm playing, with somebody's heart, and I'm going to invest in this fully and truly, and I'm really going to make these things work for me. So very, very interesting there. Being a magnet for light, love, and joy. So yeah, you're attracting the signs to you rather than the signs being shown to you. So it's up to you, I feel, Scorpio, that if you want to fixate on any of those things I've just mentioned and make them a sign for you to sort of have that reassurance that yes, you're on the right path. But I feel like you're very much like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. I will make that path myself. I will make those signs appear for me when I'm, as I already know I'm on the right path, because I'm choosing this path, and so therefore it's my right path. So if anything, I feel like it's just a little bit of reassurance. There's not really anything wanting to add to that, to be completely honest. You are more than welcome to check other placements. Check the description box so you have a bit of an idea of which placements are going to connect to the path of which areas in your life. I will make sure I put that in there. Subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with readings, but also so you can leave suggestions for any topics you would like to see, of course, as well. And we will move on over to our Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. Signs for Sagittarius that you are on the right path. Signs for Sagittarius that you are on the right path. The bear. The great protector. This is like a big teddy bear for you, though. For some of you, it may actually be like, you know how sometimes you see those dogs that look like a giant, big, fluffy teddy bear? I am picking that up with the bear energy today. So I feel like that might be relevant to you as well. Seeing it's like a big, giant teddy bear that is like a bear, but it's a dog. I don't know whether it's a dog or a bear. It could be one of those ones where it looks like both. But it's a big, giant, fluffy teddy bear, and you just want to give it a big cuddle. Use power with wisdom. All right. So that bear imagery. I'm also actually picking up Native American symbolism is quite strong for you as well at the moment, Sagittarius. So I'm not entirely sure what, other than, you know, protection and wisdom and boundaries that the bear does provide. There's a few other imageries that do come through with the bear as well. You know, I am picking up on the boundaries seem to be important, like but more like boundary lines, like physical boundaries, like being on the boundary line of like different states, or you know, like on a property fence line, but it's like a big open spaces boundaries. It's not like in a city fences or anything like that. These are big boundaries. Like for some of you, this is like you're noticing when you cross the border between a state, like different states, or you happen to, because now I'm seeing, I can't even think of what the movie is, but it's like there's a bear and it's like dressed up in a little vest, and it's like a little border security bear. I don't know what movie that is. So it's like borders and boundaries somehow being important, because it's specifically things like a sign that says this is the boundary, this is the border of such and such. You may even like, and there's the bookstore called, is it Borders Bookstores? I don't know if they even still exist, but I am getting, you know, the words border and boundary somehow important here. So if you're seeing a sign that has, you know, in big letters, boundary street, border street, those sorts of things, you know, they are good signs for you here. For some reason, it's connected to that bear energy. I am strongly getting, you know, for somebody here too, I am strongly getting like some sort of native culture boundary as well, knowing this is the boundary, but once I cross that boundary, I'm actually on the native property. And it's not just native Indians. I am getting different cultures coming through there as well, that, you know, you know, depending on where you are in the world, we all, a lot of countries have native peoples. So I know here in Australia we have the Aboriginals, and there are certain areas where, you know, once you cross a certain boundary, you are on sacred land, and sometimes you do have signage saying that sort of stuff. So that is actually feeling important here, because I am just sort of picking up that the bear is a little bit defensive in your signs here. So defensive bears. There's a like if you follow a sports team that has got, you know, that is some sort of bears reference. I don't follow American sports, so I don't know. There's a million different names with all those ones, but you know, if you follow a sport that has bears in the name, the defense people on that team may be somehow important to you here, as signs that you're on the right path. You may just sort of, if you're a big sports fan and you follow a team that's something bears, and so you know all the players, and then everywhere you go, you keep walking past people, and you're like, wow, that really looks like that player who's the defense for the Bears, you know, something like that coming through there as well. Wow. Okay, Sagittarius. Signs for Sagittarius to know that they are on the right path. Signs for Sagittarius on the path. Pick a four-leaf clover and you'll have good luck. Definitely good signs for you to be seeing around four-leaf clovers. I'm actually getting somebody with a four-leaf clover tattoo. It may not even be like a real tattoo. It may just be like on a shirt or something like that. Somebody wearing a piece of clothing with a shamrock on it. Those sorts of things as well. Very, very, a lot of, that's just quite basic. I'm not getting any extra things. If you're randomly walking down the street and you see a four-leaf clover and you pick it up, you definitely know you're on the right path here. I've also got here the house and the anchor. So I'm getting from both of those cards, I am getting references to I'm not going anywhere. This is my, once again, we're getting a little bit of that boundary defensiveness coming through there as well. Like this is my spot and I'm not going anywhere. This is my home and I'm not going anywhere. I'm stuck here, stuck on you, stuck with you, stuck by you. I'm immovable. You can't move me. I'm like a rock at the bottom of the ocean. You can't lift me. I'm getting phrases, a lot of phrases. People talking about houseboats as well. Houseboats, somehow significant here. If they randomly come up in conversations that you're in or around you, they may be significant to you here as well. I'm also seeing blue rope with that anchor. Once again, tattoos. If somebody's got an anchor tattoo, that person may be sort of some sort of guidance along the path here. A mentor type figure may have an anchor tattoo or somehow have green rope. You may just someone randomly has green rope, but it's like they're a solid fixture. I'm getting like a solid fixture. They're not going anywhere. They're here to stay. They're immovable. They're we are getting a lot of big, solid, strong energy for you too. A house is big and tall and solid. Built like a brick house. And like a bear, built nice and big and solid and firm. And if it chooses to not go anywhere, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to budge. So all those sorts of things popping up for you, if you're noticing those things or things that just don't seem to be ever able to be moved. I'm picking up for some of you, it's like somebody might have an anchor in their front lawn or something like that, and you're like, how on earth are they ever going to, if they move home, they're never going to be able to move that. That's a part of the house now. It's a fixture because you cannot move that. It's immovable. I'm getting things like that. I know here in my local city, we are a port city. So they actually do have anchors, like big ship anchors along the harbour front as like decorative pieces because they're really old ones. So I'm things like that. If you're walking past a giant anchor, that's a decorative piece, or a naval museum, especially, definitely naval museums and things like that may be significant, like a boat, an anchor house. What's an anchor house? I don't know what an anchor house is, but that's the phrase I just heard come through. So those sorts of things might be significant to you here, Sagittarius, but you are more than welcome to check other placements. Check the description box so you know what placements I'm matching with areas of life. So if you wanted to check more than just one, you can check the description box to know which ones to look for. Make sure you subscribe. Leave me a comment to let me know of any suggested topics you might like to look at. We can definitely sort that out for you. We did do a request layout yesterday with that picker card. So if there's certain things that you would like to request to see on the channel, definitely let me know. I do really appreciate the comments at the moment as well. YouTube has gone a little bit weird again. Sometimes the algorithm's a bit random, and it's not showing my videos to people at the moment. So I would really appreciate some comments, guys, just to sort of help the algorithm make sure the videos are getting shown, getting suggested to people. I do really appreciate that. Okay, but moving on over to our Capricorns. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, signs for Capricorn that you are on the right path. Signs for Capricorn that you are on your path. Oh, as a Capricorn, I love this because I can see these signs every time I walk around my house because we have the rabbit coming through here. I did actually get that in a personal reading recently as well for somebody. The rabbit, okay? So if you want to call it a bunny, a hare, a rabbit, recognizing your significance. That is also connected with Archangel Gabriel. I believe it was Scorpio not long ago had significant Archangel Gabriel card as well. So maybe something in that as well. For some of you, especially if you were born in the year of the rabbit with your Chinese astrology, this is especially strong for you, this rabbit symbology. I actually collect bunny rabbits. And do you know what? You're actually going to see a lot of rabbits pretty much every time you go to the shop because Easter is right around the corner. I have already seen rabbit stuff in the shops just earlier today. So I can tell you right now, we're all the Capricorns, we're definitely, going to be reassured that we're on that right path. So maybe we're going to see, maybe we'll look at that a little bit closer for you here, Capricorn. And we're looking at rabbits with their ears raised, standing up. Okay, we're not looking at the little crouched down bunnies. We're looking at the raised ears, standing up bunnies. All right, especially those that are shining, some sort of light. If you see an ornament that's got like a light in it and it lights up, those sorts of rabbits are the ones that are trying to grab your attention here. So we're not just talking about just standard Easter fare, not the white little bunnies that are crouched over in the little Easter basket. No, we're actually looking for a more specific type of bunny that's going to sort of grab your attention, as well as noticing rabbits popping up in imagery that is not Easter related. Okay, so if you're seeing a rabbit and it's not Easter related, that's definitely a sign for you personally. All right, and phrases, hearing people say things with the word rabbit. All right, so quite a few I can think of straight off the top of my head. So we've got, in the Matrix, we've got the phrase of, it's quite a big one in the movie, of follow the white rabbit, follow the white rabbit. So kind of like that Alice in Wonderland thing. So whether you want to link that up with the Matrix or Alice in Wonderland, that's up to you. But we also have here in Australia, we have a football team called the Rabbitohs. So that may be significant. I see quite often, big rabbit stickers on people's cars because of that football team. So those sorts of things might be significant here. I'm also getting the X-rated rabbits that some of the girlies are going to know what I'm talking about. All right. So I'm actually getting a purple rabbit for those of you where that is the case. So if you've been tossing up as to whether maybe that's the one you should get, is the purple rabbit, all right? Although personally I'd recommend the rose, but we don't need to have that conversation. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, signs on the path for our Capricorns. Signs on the path for Capricorn. I'm not going to lie, Capricorn, for a lot of you that I'm actually being told right now why you're seeing some of these signs and what the path is taking you towards. And for some of you, it's specifically towards a relationship. So if that's what you're after, that's what you're after. I do have 31, 19, 6, and 25 coming through here as well as 2 aces. Ace of diamonds, ace of clubs. So the ace seems more important than any of those other numbers, unless you have a personal affinity with 31, 19, 6, or 25. All right, so the first card we're seeing for you there is the Sun. Okay, so things sort of coming to light, personal epiphanies. I feel like for a lot of you Capricorn, the personal epiphany is just knowing that you're on the right path. Just knowing that you're happy, and that's what the epiphany is for some of you. It's like you're just sitting there one day, or you wake up one day and you kind of just look around yourself and you go, wow, I'm actually happy. This is kind of unexpected. I'm actually happy. Everything is kind of happy. What's going on? Like, I do feel like a lot of us tend to go, what's going on, when things are just relatively happy in our life. But I feel like this is a bit of an epiphany for you when you look around and you realize that, do you know what? Regardless of what's going on in my life, I'm actually happy. So there you go. That's very interesting. And I'm hearing the phrase, the sun will shine again, the sun will shine again. I'm also hearing that song, sunshine on the window makes me happy. So that song may be assigned to you as well, if you hear that. We do have the Tower coming through. I got this for Scorpio as well, and this is like chess is the main one that's coming through for you, I think here. Chess. Playing chess with somebody, and that little castle on the chess board. It is coming through as chess for some reason. A tower, a defense tower, some sort of defense tower. I'm getting someone, playing. I'm actually getting somebody playing with a child, and the child is sort of singing that I'm the king of the castle, or like I'm in my defense tower, I'm in my fort. I'm getting those sorts of references coming through as well, but it's a very playful, fun kind of defending my city, defending my army kind of childlike game coming through there. So I don't know what's going on with that. For a lot of you Capricorn, I feel as though you don't even need signs, to be honest. Very much like Scorpio's reading, actually. Scorpio's reading was very, very similar. And I even had the Tower card and for them as well. And was it Scorpio or Sagittarius that just had the Sun card? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I'm just getting just references to defense for and fences and buildings that have got this little, see the fence lines in the top of the tower there, where it's like the blocks sticking up, like the squared. For some reason, that seems to be like, if you're noticing you're walking past a wall that has all those little squares on top of it, that is a sign that, yes, you're walking in the right direction, Capricorn. We do have the ring coming through here as well. You can see here it's a golden ring with a golden sort of stone. I'm hearing cat's eye stone, or tiger's eye stone. Cat's eye, tiger's eye, it's the same thing, right? But like a yellowy golden sort of stone that is in a gold ring. So you may specifically see this ring, something like that for some of you there. Like I said, though, I feel like this is relationships, and the relationships that you have in your life are your sign that you're on the right path. Because I feel like, once again, with that epiphanies coming through here, you're kind of looking around yourself and you're looking and going, do you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy with this relationship. I'm happy with that relationship. Friends, family, like romantic, whatever those relationships are. I feel like a lot of you are just sort of stopping and looking around you and seeing the sunshine and letting it brighten up your day a little bit, just knowing that you do have some nice relationships around you. And it's kind of like, well, look, I'm actually in a really good place when it comes to the relationships that I have in my life. Like, for some of you maybe actually like me, and you have only kind of recently made new friends that have actually become very quickly very, very solid, good friends. And I look around and I go, I'm actually really happy that I have these new friends in my life. So shout out to you guys if you're watching the Capricorn portion, even though maybe that's why it's so similar to Scorpio's reading, because quite a lot of those new friends, I've got quite a lot of Scorpios have come into my life recently. So, and I actually had a Scorpio message me about back in Libra. So if you want to know some of my personal weird goss, you want go back to Libra and check that one out. Because like I said, I'm a Capricorn, so maybe this is some sort of weird indication for me as well, guys. Very interesting, but that's what we have for you, Capricorn. You are more than welcome to check out other placements. If you have a look in the description box, I have linked certain placements with areas of life that you may want to, you know, focus on for those placements. But we are more than happy to get comments from you looking for, you know, suggestions for other topics you would like me to look into. I'm asking if everyone can sort of try to leave a comment anyway if you hear this, because you know, the algorithm has been a bit messy with me lately on YouTube, so I would really appreciate some extra comments on the videos just to get that interaction, so that I can you know, so that YouTube actually shows my videos to people. It's been a bit iffy lately, so I would really appreciate that, guys. But thank you so much for your time, Capricorn, and we will move on over to Aquarius. Okay, moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, signs for Aquarius that you are on your path. Signs for Aquarius to know that you are on your path. Owls. The owl coming through for you, Aquarius. Wisdom. Listen to the messages of the angels. Okay, so when you see an owl, it's kind of like a message to you to trust your inner wisdom as to which path to take, which decision to make, which way to go here. All right, so every time you see an owl, it's like trying to get your attention to, because I kind of feel like for you here, Aquarius, that there's going to be times when you see an owl when you're about to make a decision in the wrong direction, as well as owls to show you the right direction. Okay, so it's going to be trusting your own inner wisdom to know which one of those it is in that given moment, because you may see sort of multiple owls. Or hearing owls. I'm seeing, you know, owls on TV, in shows, things like that, and you're hearing them hooting, you know, randomly scrolling on your device and you're seeing an owl, those sorts of things, seeing pictures with owls, when, like, I'm getting on a train for some reason, seeing an owl while you're on a train is kind of a really good indicator for you that you are on the right path here, that wherever you're going on that train journey is definitely somewhere you need to be. So owls somehow important for you. Okay, Aquarius. Signs for Aquarius to know that they are on the right path. Signs for Aquarius to know that they are on the right path. Okay, so we have the fish, we have the lily, and we have the stork here. I'm actually getting that these are all very interconnected as a message for you here, Aquarius. See, they're all like similar shades. So we've got like yellowy, orange, reds coming through there. I'm actually seeing that some of you, this is actually specific to seeing a body of water with lily pads on the water, most likely pink lilies on the water. They might not actually be lilies, but there's some sort of flowers sitting on the surface of the water. I don't know is there more than just lilies that grows like that? I'm not sure. But you're actually seeing a bird of some sort, like a water bird, grabbing a fish out of the water. You kind of witness this moment for some of you here. Okay, and I've got two kings and a queen here. That's quite interesting. So kings, somehow references to kings. I'm hearing the word egret as well, as that is the stork card. Even if you're not seeing that water animal, like that water bird actually grabbing a fish, it might be fishing, and you're seeing it kind of stir the water up, and so that kind of brings your attention to the flowers, because you're seeing them like moving on the ripples of the water. So I'm just getting a very specific message there for that. And with the fish, I'm actually seeing like really big koi fish, like gold and white koi fish here. We've got the number 17, 30, and 34 here. But this does feel like specifically like a scene happening at a water, like a little pond or a little lake where, you know, there is that combination of fish, water birds, and, you know, plants on top of the water's surface. The stork is not necessarily a stork. I feel like for quite a lot of you, it's not actually even a stork. It is just some sort of water bird. Okay, so we're reading that as a water bird, and we're seeing flowers on the water, and we're seeing fish under the surface of the water. Okay, so if you're seeing any of that imagery, whether you're seeing that taking place in real life, you're seeing it in a movie, you're even if you have a dream with that in it, it is sort of letting you know that you are on the right path here. Very specific message for you there. It doesn't really want to tell me much more than that. So, you know, it is very specific for you there, Aquarius. But if you would like to check other placements, that is fine. Check the description box so you can see how I've linked placements with, you know, areas of life. That might be something you want to look at there as well. Subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment. I do really appreciate that this week. YouTube's been a bit weird with my videos this week, not showing them to people. So if you would leave a comment, that would really help the algorithm. I really appreciate that. But it also, you know, leave me a comment and let me know if there's any specific topics you would like me to delve into. Okay. And then we will move on to, I nearly said Aquarius again. Okay, but no, we're moving on to our Pisces, of course. Okay, Pisces, signs for Pisces that they are on the right path. Signs for Pisces on their path, please. Donkeys. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. I'm definitely getting Shrek here as well, the movie Shrek. That was obviously the first thing that's come up. You know, the donkey is a prominent figure in that movie. If you are randomly walking past somewhere and you see Shrek imagery, specifically with the donkey in it, rather than just Shrek, donkey out of Shrek. Maybe you're hearing people say quotes out of Shrek. You're randomly walking down a street, and you know you're walking behind people, and I want to say a couple, and you hear one of them use a phrase out of the movie and it's probably something donkey says, or something where it's like talking directly to donkey. I'm getting quite a lot of the Shrek phrases coming through. I'm getting someone singing the "Welcome to Duloc" song. I'm getting, and because that bit where Donkey goes, "Wow, let's do that again," and I'm getting the bit where Donkey's singing, and Shrek goes, "Stop singing," and then he starts humming or whistling or something, and can I hum it? Something like that. That is a nice boulder. I'm hearing a lot of Shrek quotes here. So I don't know what sort of people you have in your life, but if they're anything like me, they probably quote Shrek a bit here and there. Not gonna lie, that's one of my favorite movies, like all-time favorite movies. It's one I grew up on, and I think I probably could still put that movie on and know every single word. And my son would probably attest to, Mum, stop it. It does say, keep your heart open no matter what. Okay, Archangels Mary and Gabriel. We've had Mary, the name Mary popping up for a few people here. We've also had Gabriel popping up a little bit as well for Scorpio and Capricorn. I both believe that was prominent as well. So that could actually be a name, somebody's name. You're hearing people's names, Mary, Gabrielle, or Gabriella for you, Pisces, may be significant. So they're kind of references that you are on the right path. If you are hearing donkey Shrek references, if you're seeing an actual donkey, if you're hearing the ee-aw kind of noise, you know you're on the right path here. Okay. Definitely know you're on the right path. And it's a donkey too. It's definitely a donkey. It's not a horse, and it's not a it's not anything else. It's specifically a donkey. So that's so weird. Like maybe Donkey Kong for some of you as well. I'm getting a lot of pop culture kind of donkey references here. So, if there's anything significant, like you might just find yourself drawn to pop culture donkey references, and that's really a sign to you here, Pisces, that you are on the right path. You're going in the right direction, all right? Don't stop now. It's like that bridge scene in Shrek where it's like, what about if I do this, and shakes the bridge, and donkey crosses the bridge before he even realizes he's crossed it. So that's what these donkey references are, that they're pushing you along, and you may not even realize until you're already over the other side, and then you're like, oh, there was a donkey thing. Oh, donkeys. I don't know what that's all about. That's like I said, I'm so many Shrek references. Okay, Pisces. Signs for Pisces to know that they're on the right path. Signs for Pisces to know that they're on their path, please. Now we're seeing the donkey underneath a tree. Off in the distance, you see some, like one donkey just standing under a tree by himself. The number 7 is standing out here. I do also have 5, 32, and 8. But I've got 7, 7, and 27, I should say. We do have the tree here, but I'm seeing the tree that I'm seeing is a willow tree specifically. And I'm getting one. Why am I getting so many pop culture references for you, Pisces? It's like you're running on movies at the moment. What's going on? But it's like the Whomping Willow out of Harry Potter. I'm seeing that one. But just willow trees in general. You see how this tree is kind of, bent over a little bit here? I'm specifically seeing like a willow tree bent over, like with its branches dipping, down onto the ground. It's bent over that much in one direction. So if you see that tree, or your eyes are drawn specifically to, interesting trees in the near future, I'm being drawn, my eyes now being drawn, as soon as I said that, my eyes being drawn over the other side of this room here. I have a photo of my tree, it's actually a photo that I have a specific tree that I like to climb, and I'll go and sit up in my tree and I'll do a meditation, and it's a very old, strong, sturdy, big tree. I just can't stop looking at it now. So you may find yourself, really drawn to certain trees, and if your eye's getting caught by certain trees or the shapes of certain trees, there's a bit of a message for you that, it's kind of like nature is kind of trying to connect with you here, Pisces, and you may find trust in your path just by going and sitting with a tree, especially if it's one that has sort of just caught your attention for some reason. For some reason, you just like feel very drawn to look at a certain tree. Maybe go sit with it for a few minutes and just sit there and just help yourself, remind yourself that, just trust and believe that I am on the right path here. Some affirmations for yourself that, yes, I'm on the right path. I got drawn to this tree and I took 5 seconds out of my day to come and sit under this tree, and I'm going to think about Shrek while I'm doing it. Well, why not? So weird. I'm also hearing, for those of you who are very spiritual here, Pisces, there's actually something in that that you may need to, maybe it's just because of the energy of the day where I'm recording, because I'm recording this on the 28th, which is the planetary parade high point. It's been called a portal. It's a very strong day for manifestation and ritual. All right, so I am just sort of feeling drawn to let you know that if you are a Pisces who considers ritual important for yourself here, when it comes to spirituality, making an offering to a tree, and it's like a fun, lighthearted offering, because I feel like you're just sitting there and you're telling the tree the story of Shrek, or you're telling the tree, some of the funny things that happen in Shrek, or some of your favorite quotes from Shrek, and that's your offering to the tree to connect to the earth. There you go. Some of you may even want to specifically go and spend time under a tree. Maybe take a donkey picture or something and leave it with the tree or something along those lines. Especially if you're somewhere in a city, I feel like cities a lot of the time, the tree life actually really misses animals. They don't see as many animals as what they know they should. So they kind of really miss animals a lot. So, just talking to a tree about animals and your experiences of what different animals, there are that are not available in the city. It can actually, it's got a lot of power there as an offering. No matter what it is you sort of believe in, whether you're offering that to tree spirits or whether you're offering that to the tree, to the earth, to Mother Nature, to the universe. An offering doesn't always have to be, physical offerings. Sometimes, it's more of an offering to spend time with the tree and connect in that sort of a manner. So I know that's probably a little bit hippy dippy for some of you. So, if that's not you, that's fine as well. We also have the moon coming through for you. So just trusting your own intuition here a lot. Looking after yourself and trusting your own intuition is more than enough signs that you're on the right path for yourself anyway. If you stop and look around and you're like focusing on your own health, focusing on looking after yourself, doing some nice stuff for yourself, you're trying to, make a conscious effort to trust your intuition and where it's guiding you, you're already on the right path. Okay, you're already on the right path, Pisces. So we do feel like but also emotions might also be something that you can offer to the universe, to your tree. Maybe find a tree if you don't already have a tree. Pay attention to which ones want to grab your attention this week, because I feel like there is the need for you to ground and connect to some nature here this week, Pisces, and just trust. For some of you, it may be some moon energy, some moon symbology, seeing stuff about the moon or hearing things about the moon, scrolling through something and seeing full moon photos and things like that, or maybe even just going out of your way to I feel like for you, Pisces, it's asking of you rather than just giving you signs. It's kind of just asking of you that if you really want to make sure you're on the right path, you're giving back to Mother Earth. You're giving back to the universe a little bit here. All right, in a very sort of light-hearted way. So for some of you here, if you're not sure how to give back to the universe, how to connect with, God, the universe, spirit, whatever you want to call it, just sit down and, Google when the next full moon is, what that's all about. Google something, go to a full moon celebration, in a couple of weeks when the full moon comes back around again. Organized to do those sorts of things. That's a really good way that you can connect on those sorts of levels as well. Even just learning something about the moon, reading a story where the moon is a significant player, because I know I read a fiction story not that long ago where it was actually a story about this. It was like this girl and her mother that lived on the moon, and it was like, I can't remember the exact storyline, but it was like they were actually the moon. Like the girl and her mother were actually the moon itself. Okay, it may have been called Luna or Lunae or something like that. But it was actually very interesting. It was fiction and it was very fantasy. It was actually a very good book, but they were the moon, like envisioning the moon as a person. It does have a strong pull over life here on Earth, the tides and women's cycles and all that sort of stuff. Talk to the moon. Talk to the moon. We do also see feathers here in this letter. This is the letter card. Okay, some of you may sort of find a letter that, and there may be something for you in that letter that you find. I'm just sort of getting like you may find letters, old letters that somebody has written, whether it's you that's written them and put them away and you're finding them at the moment. There might be something for you in that to just know that you're on the right path, that you come across some old letters, some old correspondence between people hundreds of years ago, that there might be something there for you there. But I'm getting mostly these feathers here, the white feathers with the black tips. Okay, seeing white feathers with a black tip is definitely a sign for you here, Pisces, that you are on the right path. All right, but like I said, the number 7 as well does seem to be coming up a little bit there as well. But that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements. Check the description box so that you can see, how I'm linking placements with areas of life. So if you want to check other placements, check that. But leave a comment. YouTube's been a little bit weird with me, so I really would appreciate some comments this week, guys. If you can do that just to keep the algorithm on track, that would make a huge difference. But let me know if there's any certain topics that you would like me to look into. We have just done a viewer shout out yesterday for the pick a card reading. She had requested the pick a card style, so we had that one just yesterday. I'm more than happy to take those sorts of suggestions on board, so let me know if you have any topics you want me to look into, and I will hopefully see you all again soon.